We're here today to deliver a letter to Her Majesty's Treasury, who have a scheme recently announced called the UK Guarantee Scheme, which is £33 billion of guarantees of private loans to private developers of infrastructure projects, among which they have a short list of pre-qualified projects, among which 3 are big biomass projects, burning foreign trees to create UK electricity. Eggborough, which is a conversion of an old inefficient gas power station to biomass, would burn, if fully converted, 16 million tonnes of trees a year. A dedicated power station in Avonmouth, which would burn 1 million, and Tilbury Green Energy, which would burn about 300,000 tonnes of virgin biomass. This is not the way forward. It's worse for climate change than burning fossil fuels, and it destroys important ecosystems in foreign countries which we would not be allowed to be harvesting and clear cutting if it was growing in this country. It's unsustainable, and the UK is an early adopter of this biomass scheme for growing our way out of climate change and energy problems, and there are other countries coming on behind, and the simple growth of this sector for replacing our energy infrastructure is going to have very, very serious impacts on biodiversity and the world's forests.
And the no loan guarantee scheme, I mean, broadly, what are the details of this? Because presumably this entails giving away taxpayers' money to companies that are already making massive profits.
In some cases that is probably the case, but what's happening is that a lot of these projects are not succeeding in getting upfront investment, despite the fact that there's a very generous subsidy scheme for bioenergy in this country. They're not getting off the ground, so this is a way of kick-starting these industries, giving some security to private investors to invest in these companies. I'm not quite clear whether they only pay defaulting loans or failure to pay back or pay dividends on loans, or whether if finance doesn't come forward, then the Treasury will actually be a first stage investor. That is not clear from the documentation I've seen. But either way, it's risking a very sizable chunk of taxpayers' money to do something that shouldn't be done.
And this investment, which must be quite a huge investment in this biomass industry, how could that money be better used in terms of climate change and the carbon emissions that are being created?
Well, we could invest in real, genuine, renewable energy that doesn't involve burning. We have the best wind potential in Europe. Solar can play a very big part, and we shouldn't be investing in something that is worse in many cases than burning the coal. If we invested in demand reduction, then we would reduce the cost of people's bills, we would reduce the need for the infrastructure, and we would reduce the need to burn a feedstock. So we would hit 3 really important climate change and future sustainability targets if we invested in conservation, in saving.